So looking at correlation and regression. Getting more into what do we do. First we're going to talk about correlation, and we're going to talk about the correlation coefficient. Now once again, in this part you're going to calculate these things. You're going to calculate a line of best fit and a correlation coefficient, and all of that will be on your calculator on the stat mode, and you have to go and find out exactly how to do it, because you really need to be able to work it out. Okay, so the correlation coefficient it is labeled R, and it tells me how strong or weak and positive or negative is the correlation between those two things. And you need to work this out on your calculator. So if your correlation coefficient is a 1, then you would say it's a perfect fit, which means all my points in that scatter plot lie exactly on a straight line. Now basically that happens never, because in life there are always variables. But if it is close to 1, so say it is larger than a half, then you would say it is strong positive. Meaning positive, meaning as your x increases, your y increases. And strong means all those points lie quite closely to the straight line, relatively closely. If your R is between 0 and 0.5, you would just say weak positive. So they lie a bit more widely spread. Maybe they don't really give you enough info, or you can't really make such strong predictions from them. And then it works the same with negative. If R is -1, it's also a perfect fit. But if R is between -1 and -0.5, it is a strong negative. And that just means that as your x value increases, your y value decreases. And if it is between -0.5 and 0, it's a weak negative. If it's round about on the 0.5, you would say moderate, something like that. Right, so take this along with the part 1 of 4.6 to see how that scatter plot would match a straight line. Right, why do we use correlation? We need it to make predictions. So the stronger your correlation, the better value your predictions would have. So, for example, still continuing our previous example, studying longer hours or studying longer will increase the marks you get for your test. So you have to go and check for a lot of students, not just the 4 as in our example. do a scatter plot, work out your correlation coefficient, and if it is strong, then you can make some predictions.